What does it mean to be a car enthusiast? What does that entail? What opinions do you have? Why are you so fascinated by something most see as merely an appliance, a tool to get around? Well, this could mean 100 different things depending on who you ask. There's a myriad of debates and stances and said debates about automotive culture. Some opinions more popular than others. Some believe a vehicle that is in its peak form the way it came from the factory. Others like to build the engines to get from a stop point to a quarter mile in as little time as possible. And some just want a car that is pleasing to the eyes and ears. None of these people are wrong. I may disagree, but my opinion is worth as much as theirs. I love just about any car as long as it has a clutch pedal and an H-pattern shifter. And others prefer the speed and convenience of a dual-clutch automatic. Some people believe that a car isn't truly an enthusiast car unless it's rear-wheel drive. And others will cite cars like the Acura Integra Type R as a refutation of this claim. And it's a compelling argument, too. After all, it is a lightweight car with a crisp 5-speed manual transmission paired to a high-revving, naturally aspirated engine that puts a smile on any face due to its VTEC variable valve timing system. And to top it all off, a respectable 195 horsepower from a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. But a lightweight, low-power car isn't for everybody. The American way is to cram a large engine into a car chassis and bring large amounts of power to the rear wheels, oftentimes with short gear ratios, making the 0 to 60 times pretty impressive at the cost of fuel economy. But now with modern technology, we can add more gears for good acceleration with acceptable fuel economy. And a great example of this philosophy is the 2015 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. In contrast to the Integra's high RPM screaming, this beast lets out a growl from its 707 horsepower 6.2-liter supercharged V8, which brings power to its rear wheels either with an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic or a proper 6-speed manual. All of this makes a 0 to 60 time of 3.6 seconds and a quarter-mile time of just under 11. All of this straight-line speed comes at the cost of handling, though. This 4,500-pound behemoth is known to suffer from understeer to its weight and to have trouble putting down all that power reliably and is prone to wheel spin, which can hinder launches and induce oversteer. This beast is difficult to tame, but if you can handle it, this car is one hell of a track weapon. What if you aren't satisfied with either one of these experiences? You could get a compromised car with respectable handling and power without being too impressive in either field. Cars like the Subaru WRX STI fit this description. If you want to spend a little more money and get a little more power and a little better handling, German car manufacturers may have you covered. With BMW, just about anything with an M badge should put a smile on your face. But if you want something all-wheel drive, Audi has a great lineup of sports cars ready to hit the streets, all of which are offered in an all-wheel drive configuration. Some of us may be lucky enough to not consider money as a limiting factor when looking for the perfect sports car. These people may consider a car loaded with technology to shave down lap times, such as the McLaren Senna, a beautiful hypercar with a massive 789 horsepower made with a 4-liter twin-turbo V8. Carefully placed in the middle of the chassis to make this car handle well, even when it's barreling through the track at a blistering 208 miles per hour. All this car is held together by top-of-the-line traction control and stability control systems, making this car a track weapon that anyone can handle. But what is the price of automotive perfection? Roughly 1.5 million US dollars. With a price tag like that, you really have to ask yourself, is the Senna automotive perfection? Is it the car for me? And some may be turned off by the idea of being babysat by traction control and stability control, ABS, and most insultingly, a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. So what is there for them? Well, once upon a time, not so long ago, the fastest cars were pretty bare bones. Throw a large, powerful engine in a lightweight chassis and add downforce. To hell with ABS and stability control. Manufacturers like Ferrari and Lamborghini have been making cars like this for decades, but it's not often American manufacturers throw their hat into the ring. But when they do so, people notice. In 1992, when the Dodge Viper made its debut, it was made the dream car in many American children. It is a car that is mean and it is dangerous, but goddammit, it is American. It may not be the best country in the world, but looking at this thing makes you consider the possibility. Makes you wonder if you need adequate healthcare system to be the greatest, because with 400 horsepower and no airbags, you're going straight past healthcare and right into life insurance territory. This car is raw in every way imaginable, offered exclusively with a 6-speed manual transmission throughout its whole lifespan. There is no traction control, there is no track stability control, there is no ABS. You are 100% in charge of this vehicle, and if you aren't able to tame this beast, it will kill you. Unfortunately, if you're over 6 feet tall like I am, the car is pretty difficult to sit in, and it's not comfortable if you do so. It's an experience that many who long for it may never experience due to financial reasons, as it's a pretty expensive car. Many simply don't fit into the car. All of these experiences are to someone the sports car experience, and all of them have their merits. There's a car out there for everybody. Likewise, for every car, there's someone to love it. From economy cars to hypercars, lowriders to lifted trucks, no matter where you look, there's enthusiasm and there's love. Now, it's impossible to experience every car, so I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to drive every car in the Forza Horizon franchise, and I'm going to tell you the story of how that manufacturer came to be and how the car came to be. And then I will tell you about the experience, and I will let you decide if that car is worthy of being the sports car experience.